Hi everyone, it's Sharon for Blessed to Craft Designs. Welcome to my channel, and I'm here today to show you how to make our first Christmas wreath for 2018. We still have a couple months before Christmas is here, but of course we don't want to wait until the last minute to get our decorations together. So I'm actually doing this wreath for someone that is ordered it. But you can definitely use this to make one for your own door or also gift it to someone. So we're going to get started. As always, I want to show you what I'm working with first. This is a frame just from the dollar store. I think these frames are really good for making wreaths. It's very inexpensive versus paying from a regular craft store like $4 or $5. And if you get the one with the little the ties already on there, it could cost you $6, $7 and up depending on the size of the frame and also the shape of it. So this is just from the dollar store. You'll need some chenille stems if you don't already have a working wreath. And this is going to be the mesh that I'm using today. It is the heavy foil. You can purchase this from probably like Hobby Lobby and places like that, but I think I got this. I want to say I got this online at Craft Outlet. I'm not sure, but there is. Let me see if I can focus so you can see the number. Well, my camera doesn't want to focus. There we go. Maybe that's a little bit better. All right, I have all kinds of ribbon, y'all. I don't know what I'm going to use. This is ribbon that I've had from previous wreaths that I've made. But there's this design. I have this one. The customer wants green, a traditional red and green. I have this really pretty plaid color. And of course, I'm sure I did not pay full price for any of this. So if you're looking at the price right there, there is that. I have this green. This one came from Craft Outlet. I know that one. And then here's another pretty red and green color. So I don't know if I'm going to use all of these. I'm just going to kind of see how it goes. All right, so this is it as far as ribbon is concerned. I'm just showing you everything that I have that could potentially be in the put in the wreath. And of course, we have our embellishments we're going to put in there. I got this from Craft Outlet. Okay, so I have those. I have this. You can pull these out to elongate them or push them in to make them shorter. These little Christmas, like little ornaments and balls. Those are cute. And I bought these little elf feet. You can see that. Let me pull this plastic off. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. Not inside the plastic. And then we have this really pretty spray. Okay. So I'm going to use all of these hopefully in some shape, form, or fashion. All right. So first thing I want to show you is my wreath. And I've gone ahead and taken the liberty of putting on my ties. And of course, you know, the Dollar Tree's frame does not have your ties on there, but what I've done is I put a tie on the inside of both of these frames. Okay, on both of these, the inside and the outside. Okay, excuse me. All right, so I've done that on each one of those. And then on the outer, there's one on the inner kind of outer one here, or if you count it from the 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's one on 2, and then I left this one empty over here because I just wanted to show you. Anytime you put these pipe cleaners on here, if this is the way you prefer, if you don't have a working wreath, then I would suggest hot gluing these down a little bit because they will move. They're not stationary. If you don't want to use this, then I would suggest using zip ties. Lay this down. And I used a total of 8 twist ties, or 18 twist ties all together, okay? gonna let you see what the whole thing looks like. Okay, and we really have not even poofed this out a whole lot. All right, so very pretty. Now the second thing we want to do is begin to add our ribbon. Now because I don't have a lot of ribbon here, I'm gonna try to pull you up just a little bit. I'm gonna kind of see what I have. And what I would like to use to make a bow with, because I don't have very much of some of this. I would love to make a bow with this, but I definitely don't think, I don't know, I might have enough to make a bow with these two, those two coupled together, and maybe that one also. Let's throw a little bit of red in there. So I'm going to make a bow. Okay, so I'm gonna let you see how I manage, and this is a one-sided bow, so you are gonna have to, you know, twist it as you're making it. And I do want it to be a fairly large bow, so you twist that in the back. And I prefer using wire ribbon. Now I'm going to pull this over so I can kind of get an idea, because I do want it to be fairly large. Okay. And I could just do the two. But I think because I don't have very much of that other one, I'm gonna make this one the 5. That makes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it'll be 5 on the other side. I don't normally make the bow first. It's usually the last thing that I do, but I'm limited with some of my ribbon. Therefore, I'm going to make it first. All right, and then let's get a nice tail going. All right, so twist in the back, follow this all the way around, and then bring that back up underneath there. Okay, this is going to be our tail. And our tails are going to go down. All right, so there's the first part. And I have 2 here. So then this is the one that I have limited. I know I don't have very much of this. So I am going to add this one to the back. And you know, after a while, I have to do this. I have to use this part of my hand, because trying to pinch it like this hurts my hand after a while. Someone that gave a suggestion about using, I believe it was a clothespin, which I think is a really good idea. And this is actually one-sided as well. You see it's really shiny on that side. But then, and you probably can't tell in the camera, but this is one-sided, so I'm gonna have to twist this also. And I might do 3 loops. I might have enough to make 3 loops with. 1, 2, and I like for that to stick out. All right, so then we twist it in the back. And yeah, I can get a 3rd loop out of this one. That's too big. Let's pull that in. Okay, so that's all I can get, because there is the end right there. All right, so then we're gonna bring this all the way around. We wanna make sure we keep it straight. And then bring that back in there, okay? So we got 3 on this side, excuse me, 2, and then 1. And let's add this one. So what I can do is, also make sure you pull your tails down, okay? That will kind of help them to not be in the way. So I'm going to use this one, and let's put 3 of this on the left side over here so we can balance this out. Okay, so that's 1. This is one-sided, so we have to twist it. Twist it here. Let's make sure that's out. You can see it. And then twist it back here. Bring that under. So now we have 2 on this side, and it will look better once you, when you get done. And then cut this off. There's not very much I can tell, not very much on there. Follow this all the way around, and then we tuck this underneath there. Okay, so everything is tucked under there, and we want to pull everything. I like to bring all the tails down towards my arm, so just pull that. Now we could stop there. I do have this one, so you know what? I have some of that. Let's just go ahead and add it for extra. You never can have a bow too big or too much. It just doesn't exist. Okay, so there's the 4th one. Again, it is one side, so you must twist it in the back. If I can get a hold to this really good. And just keep shoving everything in between your thumb and your, where is it? Just shove everything between your thumb and your index finger there. Okay, so there it is. And there's that one. Probably push that down that way. And I think that's all I'm gonna do for that. Okay, so cut that off and follow it all the way around, and then tuck that in between there. So this is what you have in between your 2 fingers right here. Everything is kind of mushed in there, and I do try to make sure I do have everything like stacked on top of each other. Okay, now grab a chenille stem. Okay, and all you're gonna do is you half it with your finger right there, and then just work it all the way down. Try to get in the middle, and then turn it over. And you do have to push this. It takes a little bit of elbow grease. Grab that and twist it, and then turn it multiple times. Okay. And this is the end result of that. And you'll fluff this out a lot. Pulling all of these pieces out. And there's only one there. So We had 2 of this one, and now we got 2 of this one over on this side. So we'll pull that out. We'll round these out just a little bit. This is such a pretty red. It reminds me of the Wizard of Oz, those ruby slippers. It's a really pretty color. And I'm gonna twist these around so they would be facing the front. Okay, so there is the ribbon. Okay, so let's find a home for that. Now, we could put it at the top. We could put it at the top and then let the ribbon, let me pull this out so you can see this. We could put this at the top up there, and then you can just let the ribbon go all the way around. And I kind of like that. So let's go ahead and do that. It already has a twist tie on there, but you could also use the twist tie that is the green one right here, which was already holding our Deco mesh down, but you go all the way through to the end, all the way through to the bottom, and let's pull this through. I'm trying to look at my camera and show you at the same time, so you got to go all the way in that hole and try to grab that twist tie. See if I can get it through there. Okay, so we're gonna grab it, pull it through, straighten that out, and then turn this over, and you see we have these 2 frames right here, and then just twist that down. And I can always go back later and you know, make sure that's secured down, but I know that's where I want to be. And you'll have to fluff this up a lot later. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut my ties. Now I will show you one thing that you can do with all of this extra ribbon. There are a couple of things. You can leave your ties and you can let them fall all the way down, and you can curl them. You can wave them if you like. Okay, so you can curl these. You can make a pretty curl pattern, or you can wave them. That's the wrong way. You can wave them if you like that. If you wave it and then you pull it out just a little bit, and then you can kind of use your hand to get the actual hard bend out, but that makes it a little bit wavy. Or you can use this as part of your ribbons and put them down on your ties. Gather this together. Untie your tie, and then take this and go right there. Okay, so it actually becomes a part of the ribbons on your wreath. Okay, and let's change that because these two look so similar. I think I want to change that red and put that red with one of those. And then I can pair these two up together. There we go. And now we twist this down. Okay, grab this and then we can find our next one and then go here. And you could also go to the back as well. And this works especially if you have really long tails, or again, you could just allow your tails to just flow down the inside of your wreath. And that's very pretty also. All right, so this time I'm gonna take this red again and let's do the stripe one this time, or if we wanna stay exactly like the other one. I had that one and this one together. And this one and this one. So the next one would be here. So just pinch that. Open it up. This is the next one. Open it up. Place that down. And when you place it down, make sure you separate this so everybody can see that pretty ribbon. And then we're going to take this one. We're going to pinch that. And then our next one would be here. So always undo your twist ties. If not, you're gonna run out of room eventually, okay? And then if you wanna let this flow down a little bit, you can do that. We'll kind of see how it goes. But then you separate that. Okay, what a cute way to use all of your ribbon, you know, just to show all of the ribbon. And then, of course, make sure you do your tails. We don't want to leave our tails like this. Well, I have to get my good scissors and cut this a little bit better, but there you go. So you'll do this all the way around. Now let's go ahead and add a couple of our little embellishments. We could put these right there. So I'm going to cut this off. Well, dropped it. It won't take a whole lot to put this down. I'm going to do it like that for now, but I will probably undo that maybe and pull it up a little bit more and possibly hot glue that. Let's find our little feet. And we can put our feet up here. I want to put something on the outside. Add glue strings all over it. And a lot of people want to know, how do you deal with this wire? I use the wire to secure it. It gives you extra leverage to use. Just kind of fold it and just work it into your frame, and you can hide it. We want these to actually kind of stick out a little bit. So I'm twisting them out and secure this down. And then I'm going to kind of push this through. Be careful. Never sticking myself. All right, so let me push that through that way first, and then secure this down. You have to get it really tight. And then you can come up to the bottom of this and just grab a couple, maybe one chenille stem, and secure this down back here in the back. Remember, the back part of your wreath is not going to be pretty. People should not look at the back part of your wreath. You know, people do look at it. Oh, how did you do that? But that's okay. Okay. So then I'll secure this down a little bit more off camera. I just want you to kind of get an idea of how I secure those down. And then of course, it's now my little legs are sticking out, and you can have them going however you want them to stick out. And we have this really pretty spray. Now you can do this the same way, or you can separate these if you like. I don't think I want to do that this time. I think I want to kind of leave everything the way it is. So again, I'm just going to kind of bend it, and let's go ahead and we can stick that through there. Let me see, maybe I might want to go to the back one to do this. Might want to go to the back one since this is so big. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm beating y'all up with this tie. I mean, not the tie, with this little thing right here. Spray, if I can get the right word. Okay, so there's that. And you can separate this. Let's see how that will look. You all know what I do. I say this on every video that I do, that I put this stuff down and then it'll take me a couple of days to decide if I want to kind of move anything or change it. Definitely at least 24 hours it takes me to decide if I'm going to leave it the way I put it on there, or if I'm going to make some changes to it. So again, you can separate this. It has several different parts to it. So you can, I don't know if you can see that, separate it like that, which I kind of like, because now I got a little bit of something coming from out of everywhere. I have this that we could put right there too. So we're just going to fill this wreath all the way up. Okay. And that will kind of hide that a little bit. So I'm going to stick this down in there. I'm actually not going to undo that. I'm just going to add this on top of there, because I'm showing you how that will look right now. And then there we go. We got those sticking out. And we have one more, you guys. I'm going to put that right there. I was struggling to get that off. Okay. So, very last piece is this one. That white is really throwing me off right now, but we're going to see how it looks on here. So let me find where I can separate it. Go ahead and open this up. Stick this down. And then twist. And then I'm going to move that to the back, and I'll secure that in a minute. See, that will hide all of that. Plus you're gonna be poofing this up. I will cut these. You see how these little stems are sticking out. I will cut those out. Okay, that will need to go like that. So I'm gonna trim this. But there you have it. And I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna bring these in. I will definitely bring these in some more, okay? I thought that was, but that's glitter. Okay, so let me take this off so you can see it. And I will go hang it up so you can also take a look at it, because it looks completely different when you hang it up, okay? So let me do that, do a couple more things to it, and I'll show you the final product. Okay, here is the final wreath. Well, not quite final, because I am going to, in this area up here, I think I'm gonna get a couple ornaments and put right there. So it's about 95% done. You can see our little feet sticking out up here. There's our bow, really pretty. I added some little hoops, not hoops, they're kind of the bow part of each one. These were just leftovers after I cut, you know, the tails right here. This is what I had left over. So I just folded, put a little bit of hot glue on the ends, and then I secured that down to look like, you know, little bows. So there are little loops coming out there. There's the tail. I decided to curl the red. I left it a little bit longer on purpose. And there are our, where's the other thing at? Oh, our spray up here. And it's so long that I was able to separate it. So it actually looks like it's 3, but it's actually 1. But in this little area, I need something to cover that up. I don't know, between a combination of ribbon and maybe if I can find a lime green, couple of ornaments maybe from the dollar store, then I'll nestle those kind of down in that little spot, because I do want to cover that up. So again, we're about 95% done with it, so I'm happy. Please make sure you like my channel and you click the notifications so you can continue to get you can get a notification when I put up more videos. I do have lots more coming. We're just getting started with the holiday season. So it's you know, I'll be posting a lot more videos. And also I do have another Thanksgiving, because, well, it's actually going to be kind of a fall wreath. I have one more I have to do. This one I needed to go ahead and get done because she wants it early. So I will be putting another Thanksgiving wreath up pretty soon, or tutorial. So thank you for watching my channel. I thank you. I appreciate all the kind comments and the suggestions, everything that you all leave on my channel, all the comments and everything. I appreciate that, and I definitely appreciate the prayers and the blessings. Thank you so much, and as always, be blessed.